Hey, everybody! Come on! Your story hour's on!
Welcome to Your Story Hour. I'm Aunt Nikki.
And I'm Uncle John, and we're here to bring you today's Inspiring Story. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Your Story Hour adventure.
So what's up for today, Uncle John?
Well, our story's about 3 young boys mixing it up with jackrabbits, an old beat-up car, and a shotgun. Girls know that when this story took place, $1 and even a dime represented a lot more money than it does today.
Ah, so I gather this story took place quite a few years ago.
That's right, Aunt Nikki.
Jackrabbits and dimes, an old car and a shotgun. I can't wait for the story to begin.
Me either. But before we start, you need to know that the man who lived this adventure will be our storyteller today. His name is Walter, and I think we'll all enjoy hearing about what happened to him and his 2 buddies long ago on the Kansas prairie. He calls his story, Ready, Aim, Hop.
Well, hello. My name is Walter. But when I was younger, much younger, everyone called me Walt. It suited me just fine because I thought Walter sounded very formal and dignified. 2 things I certainly was not. When I was 13 years old, I had an adventure that changed my whole life. Wish it hadn't happened. Sometimes the good Lord uses our mistakes to teach us things we wouldn't ordinarily learn. It all began on a warm summer day as a Kansas wind blew steadily across the corn and wheat fields surrounding our barn. It found me sweet-talking the love of my life, my very own cow. I remember as if it were yesterday.
Well, you're looking extra lovely this morning, Sarah. Anyone ever tell you that you have the most beautiful eyes? I can hardly wait to take you to the county fair next week to show you off just like last summer. All the guys were so jealous. You ready to be the hit of the fair again this year? I thought so. That blue ribbon is as good as ours. With your beauty and my brains, no other cow stands a chance.
I think I'm gonna be sick. How about you, Jackson?
Oh, cue the violins, Ben, my friend. Love is in the air.
Hey, guys. I didn't hear you come into the barn.
You were too busy sweet-talking your 1,500-pound girlfriend.
Oh, but she is so beautiful. I raised her from a cute little calf, and I just got her this brand new copper bell with a leather harness and everything. Now, she'll look and sound like a blue ribbon winner at the fair. This is one valuable Holstein cow, my friends. I've already had some pretty big offers for her. Not only is she drop-dead gorgeous, she delivers more milk each day than any cow within 30 miles of here.
Oh, we didn't stop by to discuss your 4-legged girlfriend. We've got a business proposition.
Okay, Jackson. I'm listening.
State officials have just raised the bounty on jackrabbits to 10 cents each.
Right, Ben. And that means for every 10 jackrabbits we bag, we get $1, $1, 10 dimes. All we have to do is go out and bring them in.
Yeah, right. And you know what happened the last time we went hunting jackrabbits. All we got were mosquito bites.
Yeah, Walt, but that's because you were shooting with your itty-bitty .22 caliber rifle. Even the jackrabbits were laughing at us.
Hey, that's the only gun I've got.
That's why we should have more firepower this time. I'm talking major firepower.
No. Oh, no, Jackson. We're not going to use my brother's shotgun.
Why not?
Well, for one thing, it's my brother's shotgun. And he said if I even went anywhere near it, he'd use me for target practice when he came home from summer school at the university. No way. Not gonna happen.
A dime for every rabbit. With a powerful shotgun, who knows? You might even bag more than one critter per shot. We'll be rich, rich, rich.
And if my brother ever finds out, I'll be dead, dead, dead.
He won't know. We'll clean the gun, replace the ammo using our newly acquired wealth, and no one will be the wiser. Come on, Walt. Sarah would want you to.
You leave my beautiful prize-winning cow out of this.
Oh, and one more thing. We'll need your car.
I don't have a car.
Yes, you do. It's parked right behind this very barn.
That old piece of junk? It's a worn-out Model T Ford. They don't even make them anymore.
Runs, doesn't it?
Well, sorta.
There you go. I'll drive, Jackson will navigate, and you do the shooting.
May I point out, Ben, that you don't have a license, and why am I doing the shooting?
Because it's your brother's gun. And we'll stay off the main highways as much as possible. Lots of farming roads out here.
10 cents, huh?
Per jackrabbit.
Okay, you guys meet me here tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock sharp, and we'll see what happens. My mom and dad are heading into town for some shopping, and we'll have the whole farm to ourselves.
That's the spirit, Walt.
We're going to be rich. You'll see, we're going to make a killing.
Yeah, and I hope it's only the jackrabbits that get killed.
Oh, finally. My arm is about to fall off. I didn't know how much work it took to hand crank one of these old cars to life.
Get in before it conks out again. We've got some serious hunting to do.
I'm still not convinced that this is a good idea. What if we accidentally shoot a horse or something?
Oh, you'll do just fine. When we see a jackrabbit, I'll drive up as close as possible, and then you let her rip. How many shells we got?
Looks like about 36 rounds.
Well, let's begin out past the pond. I saw some of them Hoover Hogs there this morning when I came past.
President Herbert Hoover would be proud of us today, doing our part to stem the tide of the jackrabbit plague, the hordes of Hoover Hogs that are sweeping across our great state of Kansas.
Yeah, well, you just drive the car.
You got it, Eagle Eye. And we're off!
There! Over by that tree! 3 jackrabbits! Fire, Walt! Great. You shot the tree.
Hey, look! Just beyond the hay rake, I see 2 of them. Oops. Oh well, how hard could it be to fix a hay rake?
Check out down by that stream! Jackrabbits at 12 o'clock! Congratulations, you shot a stream. Government don't pay nothing for streams.
Will you guys shut up and just point at the jackrabbits?
I would, but I don't want to get my finger shot off.
Jackrabbits, to the left, by that road sign. Wow, shotguns do amazing things to road signs.
There, by the mailbox. 4 jackrabbits. Can't miss. Well, I guess you can.
Wait, I see a bunch of them over there by that shed. I know I'll get at least one. Hold it steady, Ben. Steady. Steady.
Hey, I wonder if that farmer really wanted that window in his shed.
Okay, let's stop a minute. Just stop the car, Ben. We gotta regroup. This is harder than I thought. Looks like I've shot 23 rounds.
This is not going as planned.
Do you know what our problem is?
Yes, but I don't want to say because you have the gun.
Hey, it's not me. I'm a great shot. It's your driving, Ben. You're swerving all over the place.
I'm just going where Jackson tells me to go.
Well, I can't help where the rabbits are. They have this nasty habit of just popping up or disappearing all of a sudden. And they're fast.
Oh, all right. It's nobody's fault. Let's just slow down a bit so I can aim better. We'll head out across this field and maybe our luck will change.
Aren't you forgetting that fence in front of us?
Just get rid of it. There are wire cutters in the toolbox in the back.
Hey, hold on. That's old man Foster's fence. This is his farm.
Yeah, Jackson's right. We shouldn't mess with fences. Farmers don't appreciate that.
Mr. Foster has got to be the world's worst farmer. I mean, look at this place. Total mess. He won't even notice. Hurry up. Just cut the fence and let's see what's out there.
And that's exactly what we did. We cut right through that fence and continued our hunt, racing around the countryside like a bunch of idiots. By the time we got back to my farm and parked the old car behind the barn, we were as tired as plow mules, tired and discouraged.
4 hours on the road hunting for jackrabbits. And how many rounds did we fire?
35.
And how many jackrabbits did we bag?
Let's see. 7 times 18, carry the 1, divided by the square root of pi. That comes to none.
Very funny, Jackson. But that's the least of my problems. I owe my brother a bunch of shotgun shells, and I don't have a penny to my name. Spent all I had on Sarah's new cowbell. You guys got any money?
Hey, don't look at me. Wasn't my brother's gun.
It's not my fault if you're a lousy shot.
Oh, you guys are so helpful. Now get out of here before I decide what to do with my last shotgun shell.
Okay, we're gone. Maybe you should ask Sarah if she has any loose change lying around her stall.
See ya, Walt. If I come up with another great idea of how to make some money, I'll let you know.
Later that evening, as Dad arrived home,
the sun is setting in the west, the animals are put to bed, crops are growing in the fields, mother is finally able to rest, and my youngest son is sitting in a chair reading a book. Life is good.
You say that every night, Dad.
Well, it's true. Some men don't have work these days. Some don't have families. Some don't have a house to live in, but I've got all 3. God has blessed us so much. Oh, by the way, Walt, did someone drive the old junker today? It's been moved and there's mud on the wheels.
I took it for a spin around the farm looking for jackrabbits.
Hoover Hogs. See any?
Saw a bunch.
There are way too many jackrabbits. I hear they're worth 10 cents apiece now. Can't even grow a decent vegetable garden without fencing it in like a prison. Oh. I wonder who's stopping by for a visit so late in the day. Gonna be dark soon. Well, hello, Mr. Foster. What brings you way over here?
Good evening, Mr. Tyler. I hate to bother you, but I have got a problem.
Come on in and tell us about it.
Thank you. Oh, hello, young man. Walter, isn't it?
Walt. Just Walt.
Okay, Walt. Nice to meet you. So, Mr. Tyler, the thing is, someone cut my fence today. The one near the railroad tracks. Has anyone messed with your fences?
No, I don't think so. Is everything okay?
I'm afraid not. You see, my cow got out, and she's my only cow.
Oh, dear, that's bad.
My wife and I have hit on some pretty hard times, and, well, that cow, even though she might not look like much, is our only source of milk. And we make cheese from the extra milk, and this we sell at the market in town to earn some money to buy food. So you can see that our cow is very important to us. Anyway, I would just like for you to keep your eyes open for our cow, if you don't mind.
Of course. We'll all be on the lookout.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Tyler. I knew I could count on you. I'll be going now. And good evening to you, Walter. I mean, Walt.
Good evening, Mr. Foster. I hope you find your cow.
Thank you. Goodbye.
What a shame. Mr. and Mrs. Foster came to this country after the war and have struggled ever since. They just can't seem to get ahead. I hear he's been sick a lot.
Dad, I think I'll go to bed now. I don't feel too good. Good night.
All right. I sure hope you're not coming down with something.
It was true. I didn't feel well that night, but it wasn't because of a bug or virus. It was because of a guilty conscience. And believe me, as I tossed and turned in bed that night, the reality of what I'd done began to eat me from the inside out.
Oh, man. It's my fault that Mr. Foster's cow escaped. What was I thinking? Why did I tell Ben and Jackson to cut the fence? And the look on Mr. Foster's face when he was telling us how much that cow means to him and his wife. I guess the least I can do is get up early and go look for his cow. And I sure hope I can find it.
Oh, wow, Uncle John. Does Walt find Mr. Foster's cow?
I'm sure we'll find out, Aunt Nikki. But first, I have an important announcement about where you can find the Your Story Hour stories.
Ah, yes. Say, perhaps you missed hearing one of our stories on the radio. What should you do?
Well, first thing I'd do is check out the Your Story Hour website at www.yourstoryhour.org. At the top of the website, you can click on Play to listen to the free story there.
That's right. You can find our free story along with the past 2 months' worth of stories on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is called Your Story Hour Official. And if you subscribe to our channel, you'll be notified whenever we upload a new story.
What should someone do if the story they're looking for isn't on YouTube?
Well, in that case, you should go to the shop on our website. Individual stories are available for purchase for only $2.
And to find the story you're looking for, at the top of the shop page, there is a search bar, and you can type in keywords. For example, if you were looking for today's story, you could type in Walt or Jackrabbit or cow.
Or hunting or mistake or even part of the name of the story. Ready, aim, or hop.
Aunt Nikki, that reminds me of a joke I heard the other day.
Oh?
What do you call a jackrabbit that always looks on the bright side of things?
What do you call a jackrabbit that always looks on the bright side of things? Would that be a hoptimist?
Right on. And right now, I'm optimistic that we'll soon find out whether Walt found Mr. Foster's cow in our story called Ready, Aim, Hop.
To say I didn't sleep very well that night would be an understatement, and I decided, no matter what, I'd try to make things right the next day. So, before dawn, I was up and on my way across the cornfields, heading west in the direction of Mr. Foster's farm. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to me, Ben and Jackson arrived at my house.
Hey, Mr. Tyler.
Well, hello, Ben. Hey, Jackson. What are you guys doing out so early in the morning?
Well, we're looking for Walt.
Oh, well, he's not here. He left a note saying he was going out to look for Mr. Foster's cow.
Mr. Foster's cow?
Yeah, Mr. Foster stopped by last night to tell us that his one and only milk cow had gotten out. Seems someone cut his pasture fence. Now, who would do a thing like that, especially to the Fosters?
Oh, probably some really dumb person.
Yeah, really dumb.
So anyway, I guess Walt decided to help search for it. You'll probably find him wandering around Foster's farm.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Mr. Tyler. We'll check it out.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.
Hey, there he is, down by the railroad tracks. Hey, Walt! We've been looking all over for you.
He's just sitting there on that rock.
Let's go see what's going on.
Yeah, he looks pretty dejected.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Hey.
Your dad says you're looking for Mr. Foster's cow. Any luck?
Nope. That critter has vanished from the face of the earth.
Well, we'll help you look. After all, we share part of the blame.
No, you don't. I told you guys to cut that fence. You said we shouldn't, and I didn't listen, and now, because of me, Mr. Foster's cow is nowhere to be found. He and Mrs. Foster depend on it for milk and cheese. Man, it really messed things up. And I've got to make it right.
Where can a cow go around here? It's not like you can hide behind a mountain or something. We're in Kansas, for goodness sakes.
Hey, looks like the mid-morning express train for Topeka is right on time, just like clockwork. Maybe the train scared the cow yesterday, and it ran toward the meadow over by that pond. Let's check it out as soon as the train gets past. Okay, let's go.
Great. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
What's the matter, Walt? You see something?
Yeah. Yeah, way down the tracks on the far side near that little bridge. What is that?
You mean that brownish pile of something? Beats me.
I guess we'd better go take a look.
Oh, man. It's a cow.
Or what's left of one. Oh, what a mess. You don't think...
I don't think. I know. This is Mr. Foster's missing cow. It must have been hit by the evening express after we left yesterday. Oh, man. Oh, man, it's so dead. What am I gonna do, guys? What am I gonna tell my dad? What am I gonna tell Mr. Foster? Hey, Dad, can I talk to you?
Okay, sure, son. I can take a break here. What's up?
I've got a question. When a guy makes a mistake, what's he supposed to do to make things right?
I suppose he needs to try and fix things by restoring everything to the way it was before he made the mistake.
But what if he can't? What if his mistake is so bad that he can't fix it?
Well, then he has to do the next best thing.
What's that?
He needs to repair the damage he's done. Like, if he broke something, he should pay for it or work hard to replace it.
I did something pretty terrible, and I don't want to tell you about it because you'll be so disappointed in me. And
Now, son,
No, Dad. You'll think I'm a really bad person, and I am. I mean, maybe you won't even love me anymore.
Walt, I'm your father. I won't stop loving you no matter what you've done. And I don't think you're a bad person. A little pig-headed, maybe, but not bad. Besides, we all make mistakes. Sometimes we get so busy thinking about ourselves that we forget to think about others.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyway, life goes on after our mistakes, and that gives us an opportunity to make things right.
Like me taking responsibility for what I did and trying to fix the problem it caused.
Right. I trust you, son. I know you'll think this through and figure out what to do. But please remember that your mother and I love you very much and will support you in any way we can.
Thanks, Dad.
You know, God is very good at helping us sinful humans make up for our dumb mistakes. Just ask Him for guidance.
That evening at Mr. Foster's farm,
I don't know what to think, Ada. I've looked everywhere for our cow, and I can't...
What are we going to do? Our cow is missing. We have no more milk. I can't make cheese to sell, and we need that money.
I'll go into town and see if maybe there is some odd job I can do at the hardware store. And when the harvest comes, we'll sell our corn at the market, as always.
But that's more than a month away.
True. So we will have to depend on God to provide.
Oh, God. Where was God when someone cut our fence and our cow wandered off? Where is God when our cupboard is bare and our stomachs are hungry? Sometimes I don't see God. I think he is hiding from us.
No, no, Ada. God doesn't hide. Sometimes we just don't see him. Just remember, he brought us out of Germany after the war and put us here in America. We must always thank God for his
What? What is that? I hear a bell.
Yes, I hear it too. You stay here and I'll go see what's happening. Ada, it's a boy. It's a boy from the Tyler farm. And he's leading a cow toward our barn.
Did he find our missing cow?
No. This is a much bigger cow. A beautiful Holstein cow. I don't understand what's going on. I'll go talk to him. Excuse me, young man. Oh, Walter.
Hey, Mr. Foster.
What are you doing here? And what cow is this?
This is Sarah. Pretty, isn't she?
Yes, a very nice cow.
I thought you'd like her. I raised her from a calf. Shall I put her in the barn?
In the barn? You are loaning us your cow?
No, sir. I am giving you my cow. Sarah is yours now.
But why? Why would you do such a thing?
Mr. Foster, I have a confession to make. I am responsible for your fence being cut.
You? But why?
My friends and I were hunting for jackrabbits down by the railroad tracks, and I told them to cut the fence so we could hunt on this side. And then I guess your cow got out. But the worst of it is, Mr. Foster, your cow got hit by the Topeka Express yesterday. We found her dead by the tracks, and it's all my fault.
My cow is dead?
Very dead. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
And I know how important she was to you and your wife, so I wanted to make things right.
But you did not know my cow would...
Get out? No. But a real man fixes his mistakes. If he can't fix them, he makes things right. Sarah here will give you lots of milk for drinking and for making cheese.
I don't know what to say.
Well, I do, Mr. Foster. I'm sorry for causing you and your wife even 1 minute of worry or sadness. I just ask one thing.
Oh? What is it?
Would you mind leaving this bell on Sarah? That way, whenever I'm near your farm, I'll hear it, and it'll remind me to be more careful when it comes to other people's property. It'll also remind me that I did the best I could to make things right. Okay?
All right. Of course. Thank you, Walt.
And don't worry about your fence. I've got 2 buddies out there right now fixing it. Trust me, it'll be strong, so Sarah will be safe. Well, I gotta head home. It'll be dark soon. See ya, Mr. Foster.
And that's how my hunt for jackrabbits ended. I have to say, it felt as if a great burden had been lifted from my young shoulders as I walked home that evening. Did I miss my beautiful Sarah? Absolutely. But I knew I'd done the right thing. Every time I rode my bicycle or walked anywhere near the Foster's farm, I could hear Sarah's bell in the distance, and it reminded me that being a man isn't about cutting fences. It's about mending them.
Thank you, Walter, for sharing your story with us today. It's provided us all with a valuable lesson.
Yes, it did. Everything we do has consequences, so it's a good idea to take just a moment to think ahead and say to ourselves, is this a good idea?
That's right, Aunt Nikki. And your story hour has several stories about people who made choices that they later regretted and who learned from their mistakes, like Greg and the runaway tractor. Greg figured out how to start his uncle's tractor, but he didn't know how to stop it, and it got out of control and was swerving across the field. Thankfully, Greg's cousin came to save the day, and Greg learned how important it is to follow instructions.
There's also Cyberboy, about Emma, who chose to trust the wrong people on the internet. Emma's brother did some quick thinking, and his responsibility kept her from being abducted by a dangerous predator. Through this whirlwind of events, Emma learned the importance of internet safety.
Yes, she did. And these, along with many other stories, can be found at yourstoryhour.org.
Uncle John and I love you very much and hope that by listening to our stories, you'll learn how to make good choices.
That's right. And we only want what's best for you. And I can think of one thing that is a for sure good choice.
What's that, Uncle John?
Why, listening to another Your Story Hour story, of course.
Of course.
So if that sounds like a good idea to you, then we invite you to join us next time for another inspiring story.
Goodbye.